I'm Danny. Today I'm going to take you through my glute and hamstring focused leg workout at Zoo. Right now I'm going to do weighted reverse lunges. I feel like these work so much better for your glute and your hamstrings than regular squats or deadlifts. So
one quick question. When did you get into fitness?
I started lifting weights in like 2015. So I've always been super active and into sports, but I was always just really skinny and really lean.
What sports did you play?
I've done soccer, I used to be cross country, I've done tennis, basketball, pretty much everything, but I was always really skinny. And so I really wanted to change the way my body looked. And then I found weightlifting, and that's been like a game changer since.
When did you become a gym influencer?
Whew. Thank you so much. I started doing social media, kind of tying it to fitness about 2 years ago. Started working with brands I really liked and just kind of jumped into a whole new world, and it like makes working out more fun. So I'm a little short, and at Zoo these cables don't go all the way to the ground. So the way to get a perfect kickback is to elevate myself with some plates. I'm gonna go grab some plates.
Is that good?
Good. I usually do 8 to 12 depending how heavy. So I usually start lighter and then do more reps, and as I increase weight I do less reps.
So what do you train for? Do you want to be like a bodybuilder? Do you want to just be lean? Do you want to eventually become like a power lifter?
So for me, because I was always really skinny, I pretty much try to train like a bodybuilder, but not because I'm competing or anything, but just for aesthetics. I didn't have a lot of muscle. I was always really skinny, so I didn't feel as girly, or as like I didn't have a girly figure. So ever since I started weight training, I put on more muscle and like more curve, and so I feel happier and better.
Feel more confident?
More confident, more feminine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I feel like that's why a lot of people go to the gym, and people like tend to like miss that, because like I think people just think they're full of themselves, but a lot of the times they come to the gym because they need more confidence in themselves.
Right, absolutely. I feel like before I started working out, we all have social media, and I feel like comparing ourselves is really common, and it can make you feel worse or more insecure if you don't have a lot of confidence. But once you start like making changes that you see and are happy with, you'll notice your confidence goes up. And now I don't look at other people and compare. Now I just sort of like excited for their growth and their changes, and then that just like kind of fuels my own confidence as well. So
you were a teacher before, right? Or do you still do that?
I'm not teaching right now. I'm also a wedding planner, so now that like COVID's over and weddings have picked back up, I'm doing that again. But I was a teacher.
How did that affect your social media and like the stuff that you posted? And like,
it was actually really hard. I feel like it was always one, a lot of people found it really interesting that I was a teacher and doing social media, because it's not a common like mix. Yeah. But it also was kind of like weird, because I feel like there's a lot of things on social media that are seen as like a little too much, yeah. Especially for someone in a teaching position. So I felt like I always had like, even like in social media, people posting bikini pictures, or even fitness people posting their poses is like normal. But to see a teacher and then find out they have that and then see them doing that is like a little bit weird. I personally never had any issues, but I was always like aware of it, and it always kind of made me nervous that like, what if one of my students' parents see it, or what if like, and I've actually had one of my students' parents find me at the gym and see me, but she was so supportive and so like great. She's like, I follow you on Instagram, I'd love to work out with you, like you're such a motivation. So the one time I didn't meet like a parent, they were super supportive and super cool about it.
Did like your students know you were like an influencer or something like that? Like,
so here's a funny thing. Okay, my students did. I acted like I was one of those people that like I was one of those older people that barely used social media. But one time during my lunch break, one of my students was over at my desk talking to me, and I was looking at photos from a photo shoot. I think it was like specifically a raw gear photo shoot. Yeah. And I was just up and I just was looking at them, and sometimes my students come behind my desk to talk to me. She came behind me and real fast I clicked out. She was like, wait, was that you? Teacher, are you a model? And I was like, no, don't worry about it. Luckily, she was like one of my best, like my teacher's pet, and so she like, even if she didn't know, it wouldn't matter. She was like one of the smartest kids in my class, but she did catch me once, and I think after that she was like, I think my teacher does more than just teach.
Okay, so what are we doing now?
Okay, so we're gonna do hip thrust. I do them a little differently. I do them a lot like more tension focused. So I use a band, and it's about like doing 10 regular, 10 pulls, and then 10 like froggy extensions, all as one set. So it's a little bit lower weight, but it's because it's about tension.
How many sets?
I do 3, you mean reps or sets?
Both.
So I do like 12.
Hold on.
I do 12 reps and at least 3 to 4 sets. I do sometimes increase the weight, so it just depends like how heavy I want to go. Okay, that was my last set. Now we're gonna do some Bulgarians. I love this machine at Zoo because it's perfect for doing Bulgarian split squats. Okay. Please ignore all the glitter in my hair. I just got back from Coachella. But I am doing Bulgarian split squats. I love this pad because it's rounded and it's like perfect for your foot. So I just put one foot up here. I use my dumbbells and it's like a perfect spot to do split squats.
Sorry, quick little ad break here. Raw Gear Drop, April 20th.
April 20th, at what time?
12 p.m.
12 p.m. 12 noon.
12 p.m.
12 noon.
Look, for the women. All the women are asking.
This is probably the cutest like print though you guys have done. Super cute tie-dye.
Had to do a little quick ad break.
Alright, that was my 4th set. I'm exhausted, out of breath. I'm gonna go do some hip abductors to finish off my workout and then stretch, and that's it. Same thing, I like to do 3 to 4 sets every workout, and so when I increase the weight I do less reps. I'm gonna start with 12, see how it feels because I might be stronger today, and then decrease my reps as I go up. I like to sit closer to the edge of the chair because that kind of helps focus on like your upper glute, which is like my goal with these. The further back you are, it's like more like focus. I'm trying to focus on my glutes, so I go a little bit closer to the edge of the seat. The squeaking makes it awkward.
I know.
I'm like extra sweaty today. I don't know if it's just because it's like summer now and it's getting hotter in the gym.
It's definitely getting hotter here.
I like forgot what it's like to work out during the summer.
I love summer workouts though.
They're nice, and like the sweat helps you feel like warmed up quicker and ready to work out. So it's good, but it's also gross. All right, just finished my set here. Gonna finish off with some stretching because it's good for you. I used to be really bad at stretching, but it helps with soreness and all that jazz. So I do it after every workout now and before. So.
How do you feel about dating influencers or influencers dating other influencers?
Ooh, interesting. So so I don't think I'd have a problem with dating an influencer. Maybe I'd rather date someone who's not an influencer.
Why?
Just because, in general, I always say that I'm a lazy influencer. Like being an influencer is like a lot of work, and the idea of like having to work so hard to make videos and make content, like I don't know if I could date someone else that is like a real serious influencer and takes up their time doing that. I commend people who do it, but I don't know if I'd want my partner doing that, especially since I'm not really that tight. But there is a little more understanding if you date an influencer and you do that, because they understand the time and energy and they like respect it. They don't think it's dumb, or they kind of understand the work ethic involved in it. So that's a plus side. They probably wouldn't mind taking pictures of you. So even if I wasn't an influencer, I still like a boyfriend that can take pictures of me. But
so you're saying you would try to avoid an influencer?
I would try to avoid one just because I'm like an in the moment person, and I actually enjoy doing things in the moment, and sometimes when you're an influencer you have to capture those moments, and I'd like to meet someone that I like enjoying my time with so much that we don't have to worry about like recording or filming or capturing those moments.
Gotcha.
But that's only because the only influencing I really like doing is like in the gym, and all my personal life I like to be in the moment, and so when you have a partner that is the same way, it helps. Alright guys, that's a wrap for me. Thanks for joining me in my glute and hammy focused workout. Hopefully I'll see you around at Zoo, and catch a workout on the Zoo channel every Tuesday.